Okay, let's start episode number 6. Now I'm getting a bit fucked with the old copy strike, like they removed some of my videos.
You're making me mad! Yes, sir. Fucking mad!
So in case anybody still watches this, please leave a comment, let me know.
I am L.
Okay, so first time we see L face and the Kira force also see him and they're like, ooh, bananas? And yeah, it is a bit funny. I love the dude.
Matsuda.
I'm Aizawa.
Mogi. Yukita.
Bang!
What the hell was that?
If I were Kira, you'd be dead, Mr. Soichiro Yagami, chief of the NPA.
So I do want to give credit when due. The dub is actually not that bad. They actually did a really good job on L in my opinion. Also on Light, but again there are some cringe lines. Now analyzing a bit the bang scene, I love it because theoretically if they were to give their names and you know there wasn't any scene that says yeah it's dangerous, what the fuck are you doing? It would be a bit weird considering the whole situation in this world where you know Kira only needs a face and a name when a few detectives give it for free and regular civilians are just like you know afraid as hell just releasing their name out there.
Please do not give out your name so carelessly. Please turn off all your cell phones, handhelds, and any other communication devices and leave them on the table right there.
What do you think we're gonna be using our cell phones during this meeting to leak information?
Honestly, I don't get Aizawa at all at the beginning of Death Note because he's like a fucking moron, like what the fuck? That's like the most obvious okay request to have and he's like getting upset very quickly a lot of the times, but it does get like a bit more likable in my opinion at the end of the show, way more than right now, that's for sure.
From now on, I'll have to ask that you stop calling me L. It's Ryuzaki now, just to be safe.
So we get the Elias name, is that how you say it, Elias, hopefully, Elias name of L, which is Ryuzaki, which actually when you think about it, well we figure it out later, but it's really smart, it's like the famous idol we got in this show, in which case that L does meet Kira, he will immediately think about his famous idol when he writes his name, so yeah, that's a good trap.
Kira is childish and he hates losing. I'm also childish and I hate to lose. That's how I know. He thought that Kira would only go after criminals, but as we all witnessed, he didn't hesitate to kill my stand-in.
Yeah, a bit fucked up killing a guy like that, even if he was planning to be executed at the same day.
Now, what do you think would happen if we tried to use media restrictions to hide criminals from someone like that? If you choose to withhold the names of your worst criminals, I'll kill petty criminals or the innocent. I'm not the evil one here, but all those who oppose me by hiding criminals, you are truly evil.
Yeah, I love this scene. He actually got it spot on, of course, and that's because L is childish as well, and that's the big debate that a lot of people in the community of Death Note ask themselves, is L even considered to be a good guy, or the justice in this case? Does he really care about justice, or does he really care about winning? That's the big question, and I think a lot of us have different answers.
Kira works alone.
What evidence do you have that he's working alone?
Hold on, Aizawa. Let's listen to his entire theory before asking questions.
He needed to know how much control he had over his victims before he could use it against the 12 agents.
I have to make sure that no one ever finds out that I came into contact with Ray Penber.
Yeah, you do. Also, it's a bit funny because Ray actually cleared Light, but of course Light didn't knew that. I am asking myself if he did knew that, will he like change his plans or not? I want to think that yeah, but I'm not really that sure.
I've been most active during this period.
During this period, to the best of our knowledge, at least 23 individuals died of heart attacks. He killed that many people so we'd be unable to tell the decoys from those who were actually used. Had to be one of the people being investigated by the FBI between the 14th and the 19th of December. In fact, I have no doubt.
So we get a really nice transition between L and Light thoughts. Pretty much the cat and mouse really, and I don't have a lot to analyze here because it's actually fucking perfect. The thing that is really impressive is thinking from the perspective of L, which is a character have been written by the same guy that wrote Light Yagami of course. It is not that far-fetched that L can, well, think about those stuff. He just needs to be a really good detective honestly. And that's what I think makes Death Note really good. Like, they outsmart the viewer a lot of the times.
But with this much information, we should be able to cover a lot of ground.
We'll split into 2 teams.
Does the fact that you've shown us your face mean that you've lost? By just being here, are you admitting defeat to Kira?
I have lost the battle. but I'm not gonna lose the war.
Okay, I hear you, boy. Like, they did this scene well, in dub as well, actually. Also, it's really great, like, seeing the detectives are, you know, a bit more happy. Like, think about it from their perspective. They have so much death surrounding them, and they are, like, the only detectives on the case. They have no leads, and they finally have, like, new information. They have new beliefs that they can do it. So it's like, it's a good, natural reaction. I really like it. Also, the question that Commissioner Gordon actually asks is, like, is an important question. Because think about it, that L worked on so many cases before, right? He's a world famous detective. The first time he shows his face, this is definitely a lose for him. They do it good, dude. I like the show.
Before we go any further, I have to be absolutely sure that none of you are Kira. So I'll need to speak with each of you individually before you leave today.
A single piece of evidence is all it would take.
Just one thing.
I like how Light actually like checks himself a few times because he knows he was very active and that his plans, they were really sensitive, like they were really dangerous. So it really fits the character that they make sure that he is like thinking about it a lot and maybe he misses something. It's like it makes sense.
What? Does it have to be now?
Why don't I go? I could use a break.
Thanks, Light.
No, but lately I've been bringing a page with me every time I go out, just in case.
Kira can kill in other ways. It doesn't have to be a heart attack. Please, I need to speak directly with someone from the Special Investigation Task Force. It's urgent.
Previous episode, I've told you that I would say green room every time I say green room. So green room. Also pay attention that the colors in Death Note, just in general, they are like one solid color, usually. Also, you gotta love how Lights just enters with Ryuk behind him. It just seems so cool.
I have information relating to the Kira investigation.
The Kira investigation? I'm Detective Soichiro Yagami's son, Light Yagami.
Wait, what the fuck? Did he just say detective? Yeah, I guess it's part of the fake shit he's gonna do next, but I didn't actually notice that.
My father is actually in charge of the Kira investigation. If you'd like, I could pass your message on to him. His cell phone is off at the moment, but I should be able to contact him soon. And you must have figured out that the police had a leak of some kind. And that's why you wanted to tell them in person. You thought this through. Well, am I right?
Damn, Light pulling some moves here, dude.
You'll have to trust my father and I, which I hope won't be too difficult for you.
Why is he so happy?
Wait, I gotta try this. Was it close? Yeah, I don't have a lot to analyze here, just besides of the green room. Like, it's so green, like, green room.
My name is Light Yagami. Light's written with the character for Moon, and Yagami with the characters for Night and God. Kinda weird, huh?
I mean, it's kinda weird that you just, you know, gave us an explanation about your name, but yeah. Also pay attention that he said God!
My name's Shoko Maki. It's written with the characters for Shining. Ko as in child, space, and Ki as in tree.
My name is Banana. It's written like in the characters of bananas and stuff.
I've been thinking about Kira's powers, and I believe they enable him to somehow control his victims before they die.
If my analysis so far is correct, Kira can kill in a number of ways, not just with a heart attack.
She knows? Who is this woman?
So yeah, Naomi Misora is no joke. You should actually go check out the read, the BBB Los Angeles cases. Also, this is the first time I see it, but if you actually look at Naomi Misora, she reminds me a bit of Ray Penber with like fucking long hair. What the fuck?
I'm almost positive that someone I know may have met Kira. He was one of the 12 FBI agents who came to Japan to investigate Kira. You see, he was also my fiancé. While he was working, he got caught up in a bus jacking, and I have reason to believe that he met Kira on that bus.
Ray Penber.
So yeah, right now Light figures out that he's pretty much fucked. Also, I love the effects, okay, with the colors. I think this is the first time we get introduced to it. But they did like a really good job in this case.
I've come to believe that Kira set up that bus jacking. It was planned to bring him into contact with my fiancé. It suggests that heart attacks aren't the only way Kira can kill people.
The animators did such a good job, like getting the expression. Look how much hatred you could see in his eyes. Like those shots are like pure art, honestly. Also, quick side note, pay attention that there is actually nobody in the street. I think for the whole episode actually. But I'm sure that they did not forget that. I think they did that in purpose, you know, in order to get more tension between the two characters.
If Kira was controlling the hijacker, chances are he killed him too.
I still don't see it.
I've been wondering about that bus jacking ever since my fiancé first told me about it. He'd been put in a situation where he had to show his FBI ID to someone. Whoever saw his ID that day is responsible for the deaths of all the agents.
The person your fiancé showed his ID to on the bus that day, it had to be Kira.
That's right.
That was close.
Yeah, look at that transition. Beautiful. Yeah, we actually have a good insight now on Naomi Misora. We see that she is extremely intelligent and she is actually quite of a competitor to Light. Well, of course, stuff goes the wrong way. But yeah, we pretty much get a good insight here, and Light now understand how dangerous it would be if she came to contact with Elle.
If she'd spoken to the police before I met her. But it seems there's a god on my side after all. And not just a god of death.
Also, I have a bit of a problem with Light's reaction here, because yeah, you got really fucking lucky, but you should be actually a bit upset, because, well, what happened if you weren't there? Like, we should see him reconsidering his ideas and plans, and also like saying to himself, well, that was fucking dangerous. You know, thinking again and again before doing such a dangerous plan. But he really got corrupted with the power. Like, it feeds the ego, winning this game. Similar to Elle. Ah, shit, episode ended. Thank you guys for watching if you actually did. I would love to see comments. Hopefully I wouldn't get copy strike again. And if I am, then fuck me. Have a good life, have a good time, and I will see you in the next one.